What's going on, everyone? It's your average consumer. And today, Apple just announced its plans for the new iPhone. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So today at Apple's event, there were no real surprises in the tech world, but they did announce the new iPhone 5C and the new iPhone 5S. The iPhone 5C is a lower budget iPhone and it's replacing the iPhone 5. You'll no longer be able to purchase the iPhone 5 as they discontinued that pretty much. The iPhone 5C is coming and taking its place, and it's pretty much a lower budget iPhone that you can get for $99 for the 16 gigabyte version and $199 for the 32 gigabyte version, of course on a 2-year contract. Now the iPhone 5C is going to come in a polycarbonate design. It's a hard shell case pretty much, and it comes in a variety of different colors, from really bright colors like yellow, pink, to like the white, black, stuff like that. So you'll get it in a ton of different colors, and it's a pretty basic iPhone. It has the same kind of specs as the iPhone 5. It has a FaceTime HD camera, a 8 megapixel iSight camera. It has a 4-inch Retina display, an A6 processor, pretty much all the same things you find in the iPhone 5, but now in this new form factor with a variety of colors. And what's interesting with the iPhone 5S is that it's gonna have a matching wallpaper with the color that you get. So if you get a yellow one, you'll probably have like a yellow background when you open the phone and turn it on. So little cool stuff there, but nothing too surprising. Of course, we've all heard about the iPhone 5C for quite some time now. Apple also announced that it's gonna have a case for the iPhone 5C for $29. And it's pretty interesting. This case has a bunch of holes at the bottom and a cutout for the camera, and they have a variety of colors as well, so you can kind of mix and match. It's not the prettiest case in the world. I'm not really a fan of it at all, especially since the colors can really clash, but if you want to stand out or something, then it might work for you. So Apple does have that offering. And Apple has introduced the iPhone 5S, and it's pretty much the same stuff that you would expect from any S model. It's just the same design, but it has an increase in specs. So the iPhone 5S is going to be featuring a A7 64-bit processor, and pretty much what that means is that it's going to have the same processing power as a desktop computer, so Apple claims, and it's also going to be a lot faster, a lot snappier. Now, to the average consumer, what that really means is that you're going to be able to do everything that you used to do pretty fast, but it's also going to be able to handle process intensive apps. So like games like Infinity Blade, where there's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of detail, it's gonna be able to handle that no problem. So all those really heavy apps that require a lot of power, that's where you'll probably see the best performance from it. Apple's also stating that the iPhone 5S has improved battery life. Now, we've always heard that the iPhones have better battery life, but we all know how iPhone batteries go, so we'll see how this one fares. And they've also, of course, included a better camera this time, and now they have bigger pixels in the camera, and what that means is you're going to be able to take in more light, get better shots. And this kind of reminds me of the HTC One Ultra Pixel idea. So that's what they're doing here. So you're going to get better pictures, better quality. And for my photographers out there, it's going to have a 2.2 aperture. It's also going to feature a dual flash for lighter tones and another one for like cooler tones. So it's supposed to work really well in certain situations. It's going to be able to make out the best kind of flash for you, and it works really well with skin tones, as Apple claims. So we'll see how that goes in performance tests as well. But some of the shots that they showed off did look pretty good, but who knows how actual performance is going to be. And the camera is also able to record in slow motion for those of you who want to take those action shots and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty cool for those of you who are interested. One thing that I really did like that I noticed is that the camera app is also going to have a couple more features in it. It didn't look like a ton of features, but the camera app has always been pretty barren to me. It didn't have any real features added onto it, but it's just supposed to work. But I do like the fact that now they're including some customization in there, so I'm looking forward to that. And one of the big features Apple included on this iPhone 5S is the new Touch ID, which is a fingerprint scanner, and it's going to be pretty interesting because you can use this now to unlock your phone, pay for app purchases and iTunes purchases, things like that. And they don't sync this stuff to the cloud or anything like that, so you're not going to have your fingerprint matching your information anywhere stored on any servers. So that's pretty cool, and it's going to be pretty useful, I guess, for quick unlocks, people who don't want to type in their password can now do this. So that's one thing that Apple did include, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how people adapt to it. And what's pretty cool is that it can read your fingerprint in any angle, so no matter how you pick up the phone, you don't have to worry about it being precisely like this, vertical or anything like that. So that's really cool. And Apple also announced that the iPhone 5S will have a new color, the gold color. And so now it's got the white, the black, and the gold. And we've seen a lot of pictures of the gold out on the internet, and it's cool to see that it actually came to life. And of course, the iPhone 5S is priced at 16 gigabyte for $199, 32 gigabyte for $299, and 64 gigabyte is $399, of course with a 2-year contract. And even though Apple is discontinuing the iPhone 5, it's still going to have the iPhone 4S available, so you can get that for free on contract. Other things to note, Apple announced that the new iOS devices will be having the iWork apps for free. So that includes apps like Numbers, Pages, and iMovie, things like that. Those will all be free. I'm not sure about old devices, if how they'll work with those, if they'll get it for free, but the new devices is what they were claiming will have the new iWork apps for free. And for those of you who are interested in iOS 7, it's finally going to be available September 18th. And iOS 7 is also coming to other devices from the iPhone 4, 4S, 5, 5S, and up. And the iPod 5th generation, iPad 2 and up, iPad mini, and pretty much anything that comes out after that. So all of those will be able to get it on September 18th as well. And for those who want to know about the iPhone 5S and 5C, those are going to be available September 13th for pre-order, and you'll finally be able to pick it up on September 20th. So you could get your hands on it September 20th, but get your pre-orders in on the 13th. And another note, Apple did announce the iTunes Radio, which is very similar to Pandora. So you'll have that available to you as well. That pretty much wraps up this recap, guys. What do you guys think of the new iPhones? Are you interested in picking up a 5C? I'm not really sure what the public opinion on the 5C is, so I'm very interested in knowing what you guys think. And do you think the 5S is really worth the upgrade? If you have a 5, let me know what you guys think. I personally don't think it's that big a deal to upgrade to the 5S, only if you really want that fingerprint scanner, and I don't really think that's a big deal. But let me know what you guys think. I'm definitely going to have this stuff on the channel as soon as I can. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.